Hey everyone, it's me E and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is me trying out that sort of TikTok, Instagram trend of taking a thrift store painting and turning it into a spooky painting. So I found this at my local thrift store for $5 and it was in a frame with glass and all that. So the first thing I had to do was actually crack the actual painting out, and that took a while. Those staples that were holding it together were pretty stubborn. But after I got it out and freed it, I first needed to change this beautiful spring daytime painting into night. So I changed the color of the sky to this dark inky navy blue, and then I basically took a wash of a dark desaturated muted navy blue and put it over the whole painting. Now I wish I had done the wash first and then painted the sky, but it turned out okay in the end. It's just the sky kind of turned out being a little bit more saturated than I would have liked. And I actually put too much wash on the left side of the painting. The right side of the painting I think turned out well, but I think the details of the original painting got a little bit too hidden with the wash on the left side. So I tried to compensate and bring some of those details out later. After I converted the daytime to nighttime, I needed to convert spring into fall. So I changed all the trees in the background from green to orange and yellow and brown. And I brought out, some darker shadows on like the fence and stuff like that too, to add more detail into. Like I said, because I put that wash over the painting, I felt like I needed to bring some of the details out. Most people on Instagram or TikTok or whatever who are doing this trend are doing it a little bit more simply than I did, which I think for them yields better results. I guess I was being a little bit too ambitious. I'm not that great of a painter. I'm more of like a drawer than a painter. But anyway, I think that it turned out okay in the end. There's some things I wish I had done differently, like I said, but most other people just basically add a pumpkin, add a spider web, add a bat, and add a ghost and call it a day. But and maybe if there's some flowers, they paint over them for making them like yellow and pink into like orange or whatever. And I definitely did that too. You saw that just happening there. I changed all the flowers on that bush from pink and purple into orange. One tip I have, basically you'll see here I'm putting in this like bright orange pumpkin. It's way too bright because it's supposed to be nighttime. So if you have a nighttime scene and you want to paint something that's orange, mix a little bit of blue into it to desaturate it and make it darker, and then I'll make it look more like it's appropriate and fits in with the scene. These pumpkins here on the left, I used to cover up like a stone or a rock or something in the original painting, and I thought, a pumpkin would make it more seasonally appropriate. That's basically the explanation for what I did. Like I said, really kind of overdid it. And this painting has sort of like a border around the edge that's not like a separate mat. This is an art print, not a real painting. And so I wish I had taped it off. So later at the end, after the time-lapse speed painting part ends, I repaint the edges around and clean it up. And so I repainted the mat and the border around it to sort of match the painting better. I had to go back and forth with a lot of different details. And like the moon up in the sky, for instance, I go back and later and make it much larger. I wanted to make mine different from other people's, put my own unique spin on it, but I really don't know that I made mine that unique. I think that the main thing I did that made it unique was the effort of turning it into a nighttime scene versus a daytime scene. And I think it really does look very different from the original after all of the changes that I made. I love Halloween, and so I thought this was a really cute idea to do this craft project because it's, trendy, it's accessible, it's not that time consuming. It was time consuming for me because I just put way too much time into it. But anyway, I think that it was a lot of fun, a fun idea. I decided that different touch that I was going to do is I put a witch silhouette over the moon that I added. So I don't think I saw a lot of people adding witches to theirs. Added ghosts, sure, pumpkins, yes, but I didn't see a lot of witches. I wish I had found one with people in it, because I was really looking for like a landscape with people, because I was going to, my intention was, if I found one with people in it at the thrift store, I would have painted over the people to make them look like zombies, but I did not find one with people in it. So I'm adding the trademark ghost. Another tip is don't add white ghosts because it'll stand out way too much. So go with a kind of muted gray color, and in context it will definitely look white. I'm adding a few final touches. I added some bat silhouette above the moon, and I added some over in the tree as well, which you'll see here in the final cut. So thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess. I have plans for a Christmas video, so I don't know what I'm going to make next. I've got a lot of irons in the fire, as they say. I've got a lot of different projects going on and just trying to find the time to finish them all, but I feel like I'm finally kind of coming back to myself here. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye!